So I'm just going to do a quick overview of the piano synth engine. So I'm going to do a quick overview of the piano engine on the Nord, and that's shown really, most of the controls are shown here in this section here. So as with all the other sections on the keyboard on the Nord, you can tell if it's on or off by pressing this section. The volume of this level component is adjustable here. And what you'll notice is there are 3 green buttons. These 3 green buttons show on the keyboard the different splits and the split zones which are allocated. So in this case, what you'll see is all 3 lights are on, which means it covers the whole keyboard length. I'll just zoom out a bit, and you can see over here there are 2 green lights, and these are adjustable over different periods of the keyboard. So the low section is everything below the first green light, the upper is between the 2 greens, and then the high section is above the top green light. And these lights positions are adjustable using the keyboard zones component. So these features of the keyboard zone selects are common across all the organ, the piano, and the synth. So to turn it on and turn it off, it's a simple press on and press off, and everything lights up or turns off. Now if I turn it on and I double press it quickly, I've now just selected the lower section, which means the keyboard will be active down here, but not active. Oh, I've got another keyboard on, sorry, and not active up here. If I press it again, double click, it's now in the lower and upper section, which means it's active here, and it's active up here. And if I double click again, it goes upper, high, and then all components. So that's just an interesting. Important thing to know later when you want to do splits on the keyboard. So I'm just going to talk you through the rest of these buttons here. For the most part, the main ones really are the piano select buttons, which are enabled there. And what you'll see here is the grand, upright, electric piano 2, clave, and harpsichord. So within this piano section, it's very simple to change sounds. You just press it, and it will cycle in a clockwise fashion through all the different sounds. So that's the grand, that's an upright, electric, clave, harpsichord. So that gives the basic explanation of the selection of the piano, but then what if you want different types of grand piano? Well, the Nord allows you to have different models. So what you have here is the model numbers. So within this grand section, there are a number of different grand pianos. So I'll cycle through them very quickly. I'll start at 1, which is an Italian. Oh, it's gone very quickly. It's an Italian Grand Fazioli. Number 2 is a Steinway Lady D. 3 is a Yamaha. 4 is a C7, which is a Conservatory 7 Yamaha Grand. 5 is an electric CP80, and then we cycle back. So it's very simple to change the type of grand piano sound that you have. So if I'm on the Fazioli, and go to the Steinway, which is a slightly deeper sound to it. For most of our church work, I tend to prefer the Conservatory 7. And also you can then go through and select various electric pianos. Again, so the same way you can go through and press the model numbers and get different types of electric piano. So that's those two buttons. These ones are very simple, really. The octave shift buttons, and it'll show up here, octave 1, -1. So that can be useful, and I'll show you how to use a little bit more later on. These are just showing various functions, which generally will not change. And the acoustics are whether you want to use the slightly larger, different sample sets for the pianos. So the string resonance ones, the pedal noise, etc. for the acoustics, which you can flick through. Detunes as well for the clavs are possible with this. But that's a basic, very basic look at the pianos. They're very easy to access and to get what you want quite quickly.